Hello, this is Dr. Lewerenz at Longevity Health Institute. Hope this finds you well. I thought I'd bring you the latest and greatest in personalized functional medicine here. Keyword here is personalized. Everything we do is looking at details and systems and getting to root causes of things. But let me tell you about some of the data, some of the science, some of the clinical and objective government-based studies that are out there that is really evidential of what's going on with dementia and cognitive loss, Alzheimer's, these things that are suffering many Americans, happening younger and younger and younger, and why that's happening and what we can do about it, okay? We all know loved ones, and some younger than older, that have some cognitive issues, or we personally are experiencing some loss of memory, attention, focus, recall, usually short term, not long term. And most of this is due to some structural functional issues that have to do to the body and brain. And these are well documented now, they're well studied, and a lot of advanced doctors and personalized functional medicine doctors like myself look into these root causes and can really help patients prevent and also treat dementia and Alzheimer's and early cognitive loss. The key thing though is to identify why. Why is somebody losing memory? Why is somebody having some of these issues? And the other key thing is you have to be proactive. You have to be on it early, and not waiting till you're 80, 85 and you're worried about losing your memory, or you can't do your checkbook, or you forget where you're putting things, and you forget location and driving and navigation and that. That's too late. You need to be proactive. You need to work on this stuff in your 40s and 50s, literally that early, at least thinking about it. And then if there is evidence of it, what can we do to treat and prevent? Some key things in a quick educational brief moment here, quick things that can really help you objectively make sure that you're good. Mentally, cognitively. One is this: hormones play a huge role into brain function. And I mean every hormone, but also your sex hormones, testosterone, thyroid, estrogen, DHEA. These all have huge implications into your memory. You cannot wait till you're in menopause or andropause or you're elderly to address hormonal dysfunction or imbalance. You have to be proactive with that. There's multitude of studies on pregnenolone, DHEA, testosterone, and estrogen on bathing the brain, bathing the frontal lobe, helping myelin, helping synapses to improve your memory and to maintain it. So that's one. Two is we live in a toxic, bad environmental world. We are toxic. You have to identify toxins and things that you may be exposed to, like heavy metals and chemicals that we all get in us, that harbor in us, and cause neurodegenerative changes. These are very evidentiary, and there are very many number of these things that can be identified in urine and blood tests, and then can be chelated or brought out of you and help you detoxify these. But the important thing is to identify them and be aware of it. That's why it's so important to eat well, eat organic, eat natural, plant-based, organic, free-range foods, so you're not getting hormones and pesticides and antibiotics and arsenic and metals and things that are used in these things in our crops and getting in our food, and then ultimately getting in us in our brain. Okay? The third thing is you are what you eat. Your gut is your second brain. You can no longer rely on, I'm eating potatoes and, stuff you might have learned when you were younger, and that you have to be proactive and make sure that you're not reacting to foods, that you have good digestive gut barrier integrity, and you absorb nutrients well, and that you have quantity, good volume of minerals and vitamins and nutrients that feed and bathe the brain. These are very important. The other thing though, and this is more advanced, when we have these identified, we also look at infections, Lyme disease, bacterias, toxoplasmosis, mycoplasma, stachybotrys, molds, chlamydia, candida, herpes, shingles. I could go on and on. These are all infections that sometimes you don't completely get rid of, and they can cause neurodegenerative changes. They can cause your myelin, which is the protective coating around your neurons that cause the firing in your synapses to put memory and put recall together, to misfire and not work appropriately. So you have to be proactive and look at these and treat these. And we do here at Longevity Health Institute, in a personalized approach, have treatments individually that can actually treat those and get rid of those. So you are what you eat. Get your hormones tested for your memory and brain, okay? Make sure that if you have or have not detoxified, you need to, but you identify any heavy metals or toxins in you and make a appropriate proactive approach to getting those out of you, okay? And thirdly, or fourthly that is, live well. De-stress, sleep well, eat well, and be well. So I hope that helps a bit. We work on memory. We work on aging and memory here daily, preventatively, whether people know it or not, because our approach here is a functional systems approach, so we're always addressing this. And one side note I want to bring up, and I'll leave you with this. One of the worst things we're doing to our population is statin overuse. And these statin cholesterol medications deplete you of cholesterol, and cholesterol is needed. Those lipids are needed for your brain. It is well known that early cognitive loss happens on statins. Statins affect your endocrine system. When you lower cholesterol down to nothing, you actually don't make good hormones, but you also lose the protective fats that go to your brain that you actually need. So you've got to be very careful of statins, and I'm very particular about when and how, if ever, to use a statin on a patient. And as these populace of memory centers and nursing homes and Alzheimer's facilities are being built all around here in suburban Michigan and the country, and people are living longer and aging faster but living longer, meaning quality of life is getting reduced, okay? We have to be proactive with memory and with cognitive function. You have to be, so that you can thrive and not just survive. So I hopefully this hits home to you with yourself or loved ones or patients or people you may think of. We're always here to help, to inform and educate you and treat you and make you the best you can be. So this is Dr. Lewerenz at Longevity Health Institute, Rochester, Michigan. Hope this finds you well, and stay well.